North Texas has certainly had its share of star baseball prospects come out of the area, from Dodgers star pitcher Clayton Kershaw at Highland Park to Kansas City Royals all-star shortstop Bobby Witt Jr. at Colleyville Heritage. Dallas-Fort Worth has been home base for some of the best players in Major League Baseball. And as our inside story tells us, a junior out of the Colony could be the next big thing.
When the Colony baseball coach Martin Dean calls on junior Trey Rangel to take the mound, he knows he's getting one of the best pitchers in the nation to take the bump.
He's doing things right now as a junior that, you know, if a kid's doing it as a senior, you're pretty happy with. And just thinking about where he was at as a freshman, how good he was, and how much he's developed. And he still has another year, so it's really exciting, something to look forward to.
Always a talented shortstop and pitcher, Rangel began to realize he might have a future at baseball at a tournament before his 8th grade year.
There was a group, a scout at a game in Houston watching another kid. That kid sold 85, 86 in 7th grade. I'm going, man, that's fast. Guy comes over and says, hey, man, who's the other little dude? And he even says little. It's like, who's that guy? I said, well, that's my kid. I mean, he threw 82, 83. I'm like, what?
That's whenever I started getting the colleges following me on Twitter, started getting a couple calls, and whenever those started calls happening for baseball, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I want to keep doing this as much as I can. And that's whenever I was like, okay, baseball's going to be for me. That's what I'm going to do.
Now as a junior for the Cougars, Rangel has 3 pitches in his toolbox. The aforementioned 90-plus mile-per-hour fastball, a nasty curveball, and a changeup. Mixing up those 3 pitches helped Trey finish his sophomore year with an under 1 ERA.
Right now, I would say the fastball is the go-to. But I would say my favorite pitch to throw out of all of them has to be the curveball. I love it when, you know, a batter gets a little bit scared of it, makes him turn his shoulder a little bit just like that.
It's pretty rare, especially he just hit 95 this last week. And so I know when I was playing, nobody was doing that, really. And now it's the same. Like, he's in a class of his own.
His stuff's pretty electric on the mound when you watch him pitch. He's got good stuff, and his fastball's live. He's got a really good breaking ball. Like I said earlier, he's got 3 pitches now that he's getting that changeup. And that's pretty tough for a hitter when a high school kid can throw 3 good pitches.
But there was one more obstacle for Trey as he evolved into an elite pitcher. Trey's dad is the Colony head football coach of 20 years, Rudy Rangel. Trey grew up in the field house with his dad, and Coach Rangel always dreamed of having his son play for him. Breaking the news that he was giving up football was not an easy conversation.
It was almost like something happened in the family. My daughter's in from Houston. She drives down from Houston. My other daughter's in from school. I walk in a house, and all my family's, and I'm going, what's going on, man? Is everything okay? She goes through the whole thing and says, Dad, we decided Trey's not playing football anymore. I said, you did? I said, the heck he's not. He's playing football. And it took me about 2 weeks to finally understand what he wanted to do, and there was very emotional. A lot of tears being shed because that's just kind of how we've always wanted. We always just talk about being together.
Once we started seeing the phone calls from schools and from scouts, that's when it was a lot easier when that started happening. But I would still say it was a very difficult decision. I do miss football a lot. Every single Friday night, I wish I was out there. But I know it's for the better.
Trey had almost a dozen Major League Baseball scouts at his house over Christmas break. So the possibilities of him being a professional ball player are very real. And lately, Trey has let another reality sink in. He's come to enjoy being heckled by opposing fans.
When people start saying stuff bad about me, that's what I love the most. I talked to my dad about that the other day. I'm like, that's my favorite part right now about baseball is when people have stuff to say about me, because it just makes me want to go to work so much more, and I love it.